Welcome into the Twin Town Homes Game of the Week between the Oxford Hills Vikings and the Bangor Rams. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ryan Coolidge. Joining me up in our Barefoot Realty broadcast booth today, our producer, John Chassie, and our camera op, Caitlin Michaelis. This is going to be a big one, boys and girls, so strap in for an exciting game. It's Oxford Hills, who sit at 4-4, taking on the 3-5 Bangor Rams. Win, and you're in the postseason. Lose, and your season is over. But could be competing for the third seed here. We'll get into that a little bit later. About 15 minutes away from kickoff here. Got senior night festivities coming up for the hometown Rams. And speaking of the Rams, last week, in order to make this a win-in game, had to keep their playoff hopes alive. Traveling down to Edward Little in Auburn, defeating the Red Eddies 35-0. Their quarterback, Kyle Johnson, with 4 total touchdowns, 3 of which carried those across himself, had a stellar game to keep his Rams in the playoff hunt. As for Oxford Hills, they had their 4-game winning streak snapped last week by the Windham Eagles, 17-14, after a final second field goal from Grady Dixon of the Eagles. That came after a missed field goal from the Vikings, kept the score at 14-all. Eagles would drive down the field, kick the game winner themselves, and punch their ticket into the postseason. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they have to win right here or their season is over. Last year when these two teams matched up in Bangor for their regular season finale, it was the Vikings who won that matchup. It was 39-14. Bangor had a couple leads, had a kick return touchdown, led that game at one point 14-7 before Oxford Hills would go on to score was at 32 straight points and accumulate over 450 yards of total offense against the Rams, who were held to under 175 yards of total offense in that game. Big one coming up here within the next 10 or so minutes. Going to get the senior night festivities down and out of the way. We got some good one. It's pretty much a playoff game up here in Bangor, so stay tuned. Live on Facebook, YouTube, and 92.7, 100.7 WOXO here at BRG Sports.
Hey, wake up. This car's not going to fix itself.
Your car may not be a race car, but you can sure treat it like one. You can find Gear Wrench, the tools trusted by the Napa Racing Team at any of our 29 locations. And while you're here, sign up for the Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
If you're looking for a new home, Twin Town Homes in Oxford, Maine is your #1 custom home builder. Since 1955, Twin Town Homes has been making families' dreams a reality. They offer a variety of homes from various top manufacturers for every budget. Let Twin Town Homes wow you with the perfect balance of quality and affordability you should expect from a builder in business for 67 years. Visit them online at twintownhomes.com or stop by their showroom at 804 Main Street in Oxford, Maine. Twin Town Homes is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Hi there, Monica here from Barefoot Realty on Main Street, Oxford. For nearly 15 years, we've been here to help you through the process of buying or selling your home, whether you're a first-time buyer or seasoned seller looking for a change. Barefoot Realty knows the market and, most importantly, the area. We love supporting the community through sports, nonprofits, and everything in between. Barefoot Realty has your best interests in mind, so reach out to us online at barefootrealty.com. That's barefootrealty.com. Go Vikings!
I'm with John Emerson Jr., owner of Oxford County CDJR, now known as the OC. What's new at the OC right now?
Well, Stan, we've been really focusing on, how can we take care of the people of Oxford County? So by way of that, we've made changes across the board at the dealership.
Tell me a little bit about the changes.
Well, one of the things we've done is we've installed new management across the board. All of our managers are now 100% local. One of those managers, Scott Whitman, Scott is the fixed ops manager, and he's in charge of service parts in the body shop.
I live in the community, and I have 31 years in the industry. I'm committed to taking care of Oxford County. If you guys or anybody out there needs anything, come see me and we'll take care of that.
John, anything else you'd like to add?
One of the things we're really excited about is the lifetime powertrain warranty we're offering on all of our new and pre-owned vehicles we sell. You can go on our website and check it out for details. My name is John Emerson Jr. Come see me at the OC.
And And welcome back into our Coastal Auto Parts Napa pregame show. Bangor just took the field, ready to do their senior night festivities. Have quite a few seniors for them to celebrate, not in just the football team, but in the varsity cheer team and the varsity marching band. Getting into all those festivities. One thing I do want to mention that I saw pre-game for the Vikings, standout receiver Braden Murch not suited up for the Vikings tonight. I have not a clue why. He seemed fine last week, but tonight not suited up for the Vikings. That's something we're definitely going to have to look for in this game. And it's a pretty big loss for Oxford Hills. Going to see probably Shane Farrar, Logan Bottomley get a few more looks, and definitely Brady Delameter and Cameron Polkinen going to be thrown into the mix a lot more than they already are. What we saw last week put Cameron Polkinen in the backfield in a little split back set with Malachi Sparks. That worked pretty well to varying degrees of success. Vikings didn't have a ton of rush yards, had over 250 yards through the air with quarterback Carter Wyman, their senior leader. And he tossed a touchdown pass in the interception on the first drive for a jump ball for Braden Murch, who, of course, scored the only passing touchdown for the Vikings that game. So Braden Murch being out for Oxford Hill is going to be a huge loss for them in a game where it's win or go home. And speaking of that, I wanted to touch on it before because I mentioned that both these teams fighting for the last playoff spot in Class A North play, but not just for the final seed. Let's look into how that's going to work out. So because Wyndham beat Oxford Hills last week, the Eagles have clinched a spot in the playoffs. However, they are traveling to Bonnie Eagle to play the Scots today. If they were to lose that game, Wyndham would be knocked down to the number 4 seed for the postseason, and the winner of this game would get the 3rd seed in the playoffs and likely play Lewiston on the road in the first round as opposed to playing Portland on the road in the first round. Portland's clinched up the number 1 seed. Lewiston, they're playing Edward Little this week. Likely going to be a win for the Blue Devils. Likely have a home playoff game against either Wyndham, Bangor, or Oxford Hills. So a couple games we got to look out for. Obviously that Lewiston game. Most importantly, at halftime we're going to be checking up on that Wyndham-Bonnie Eagle game. See what kind of things are happening there. If Wyndham wins that game, they clinch the 3rd seed in the postseason, and the winner of this game would travel to Portland, take on the 1st-seeded Bulldogs in Class A North playoff action. So we have the Bangor seniors being recognized at midfield right now. Quite a few seniors on their roster. Fionn Parker Cummings. Have Ian Blackwell, Mason Knights, Parker Hunter, Jackson Varney, Nevin Howell, Theo Blanc, Caden McCann, Jake Bieberstein, who's a team captain, and plenty of others on their varsity cheer squad and on their varsity marching band. Big shout out to those kids sticking it through on their final year of high school, getting recognized here in front of friends and family here at Cameron Stadium. And once this finishes up, we'll have Anthem, we'll have the coin toss, and we'll get this pseudo playoff game underway. But for now, we'll take a little short break from our Cap Napa pregame show. We come back, hopefully, have the coin toss, a little Anthem action, and get this game started. So stay tuned. 92.7, 100.7 WOXO, Facebook and YouTube here for BRG Sports.
Keep your car running as smooth as mine with tools built for performance. No matter where you're going, be geared differently with Gear Wrench, the tools most trusted by the Napa Racing Team at any of our 29 locations. And while you're here, sign up for the Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
At Northeast Bank, we're committed to helping you grow your savings with consistently top-of-market CD and high-yield savings rates. Serving the Oxford Hills community with pride, we offer personalized service to meet your financial needs. Conveniently located at 235 Main Street in South Paris, our friendly team is ready to assist you. Northeast Bank, your trusted partner in helping you earn more. Visit us today or at northeastbank.com. Member FDIC.
We're talking with our friend Joe Galetta from Ripley and Fletcher Ford in South Paris. Joe, why do so many people choose Ripley and Fletcher Ford?
I really think that it just comes down to people want to do business with people that they trust. And for the last 8 years at Ripley and Fletcher Ford, I've made it my goal to surround my customers with people that they want to do business with. My people at Ripley and Fletcher Ford are the best people you're going to find anywhere. You know, from that first contact, they really feel it. They sense it. They can tell that this is a place that they want to do business. And you know, every dealer says it's going to be the best deal. It's going to be the best price. And it's no different at Ripley and Fletcher Ford. You're going to get a great deal here. It's really the experience that sets us apart. And you know, the bottom line, like anything, customers, when they feel appreciated and they feel they've been treated fairly and they feel they've gotten their money's worth, and they know as they're leaving where they're coming the next time they need to do business.
Ripley and Fletcher Ford, Main Street in South Paris, and online at ripleyandfletcherford.com.
Maine Health is one team working together to deliver the highest quality, personalized care. With that commitment, we're proud to introduce a fresh new look across all our locations. Soon, you'll notice a new logo and location names, making it easier to navigate the care you count on from the same care teams you trust. While Maine Health's brand is evolving, our compassionate and exceptional care will never change.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the MPA.
And welcoming you back into our Cap Napa pregame show here. And as the senior night festivities continue up here in Bangor, should be in for a good one. If you missed it at the top of this one, this is a win and in playoff game, lose, and the season is over. It's a pseudo playoff game, basically. A little quarterfinal action, if you will, in a playoff where we only have the semifinal and the North final. This is going to be a fun game. Both coaches going to throw everything they got to try to advance to the postseason. Coach Danforth in his first season back at head coach after Mark Soren retired. Bangor in the middle of their rebuild, their quarterback, Kyle Johnson. He's a junior, not being recognized tonight, but he'll be recognized on this broadcast. He was phenomenal this season, including his 4 touchdowns last week to make this game a win and in playoff game. 4 touchdowns last week for Johnson. Ran across 3 and tossed a touchdown pass in there against the Edward Little Red Eddies. Eddies playing Lewiston tonight. And obviously Wyndham and Bonnie Eagle going at it as well. Couple of games that we'll also keep tabs in best we can. Definitely give some updates as we get them at halftime. Make sure everyone's up to date with the playoff seeding. But Oxford Hills, they started the year 0-3, and things were not looking good. Had 3 tough games, Portland South, Portland, and Bonnie Eagle, and were ousted pretty badly in all 3 of those games. Since that moment that they started 0-3, they won 4 straight before losing last week to Wyndham. And since starting 0-3, Carter Wyman has really picked it up. A little slow start to begin the year, but since going 0-3 to start the year, Carter Wyman is 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, 8 touchdowns over that span to just 2 picks, including a little garbage time interception. So Carter Wyman has been playing excellently for the Vikings since starting the year 0-3. The leader of that offense, the captain of the offensive unit. Obviously, Brady Dalamater has been a big part. Cameron Polkinen has been their offensive star, along with Braden Murch, who once again is out tonight, not suited up on the sideline for the Vikings. So definitely see a bit more rotation in that offense tonight as we getting ready to start this one off, about to do the national anthem and coin toss. So while we go ahead and do that, we'll take a short break. When we come back, should be the coin toss and the beginning to a regular season finale that I'm quite excited about. I know about everyone else. I am super excited to see this one kick off. And right when we get back, coin toss and kickoff. So stay tuned here, 92.7, 100.7 WOXO on BRG Sports.
I'm with John Emerson Jr., owner of Oxford County CDJR, now known as the OC. What's new at the OC right now?
Well, Stan, we've been really focusing on, how can we take care of the people of Oxford County? So by way of that, we've made changes across the board at the dealership.
Tell me a little bit about the changes.
Well, one of the things we've done is we've installed new management across the board. All of our managers are now 100% local. One of those managers, Scott Whitman, Scott is the fixed ops manager, and he's in charge of service parts in the body shop.
I live in the community, and I have 31 years in the industry. I'm committed to taking care of Oxford County. If you guys or anybody out there needs anything, come see me, and we'll take care of that.
John, anything else you'd like to add?
One of the things we're really excited about is the lifetime powertrain warranty we're offering on all of our new and pre-owned vehicles we sell. You can go on our website and check it out for details. My name is John Emerson Jr. Come see me at the OC.
Whether you're racing to pick up the kids or a quarter mile, make sure you get to the finish line in record time. Give your car the race car treatment with the brand trusted by the Napa Racing Team. Pick up a gear wrench socket set for your garage at any of our 29 locations. And while you're here, sign up for the Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Are you looking for a new home? Twin Town Homes in Oxford, Maine is your custom builder. Visit us at twintownhomes.com or 804 Main Street in Oxford. Your dream home is waiting.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the MPA.
At Northeast Bank, we're committed to helping you grow your savings with consistently top-of-market CD and high-yield savings rates. Serving the Oxford Hills community with pride, we offer personalized service to meet your financial needs. Conveniently located at 235 Main Street in South Paris, our friendly team is ready to assist you. Northeast Bank, your trusted partner in helping you earn more. Visit us today or at northeastbank.com. Member FDIC.
Twin Town Homes in Oxford has been putting New Englanders in affordable homes since 1955. Offering custom homes from top manufacturers for every budget. Visit us at twintownhomes.com or 804 Main Street in Oxford. Your dream home is waiting.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the MPA, are the 49,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Maine. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
And welcome back into the Twin Town Homes Game of the Week. The anthem's been played here at Cameron Stadium up in Bangor. Coin toss about to get underway between the Oxford Hills Vikings and the Bangor Rams. So captains coming out on the field. Your captains for the Oxford Hills Vikings: Carter Wyman, their senior quarterback; Eli Laverdier, senior tight end and defensive end; and Brady Delamater, senior wide receiver and defensive back. Captains for the Bangor team: Ian Blackwell, running back for the Rams; Kyle Johnson, their junior quarterback; Zach Cota, a junior running back and linebacker; and Jake Bieberstein, an offensive and defensive lineman senior captain, being recognized tonight, with tonight being Bangor senior night. It should be a fun one. Like I mentioned it over and over again, I'm going to beat the point home, win and you're in, lose and that's the season. So both coaches should be pulling out all the stops here in this one. Try to get their team into the postseason. It's been a while since the Rams have seen any postseason action. Oxford Hills, Coach Nate Danforth trying to get into the postseason for the first time as a head coach on the Oxford Hills staff. He won the state title 2 years ago, went back to the postseason last year, and were defeated by the Bulldogs in the Class A North final. But Coach D, back as the head coach, looking to lead the Vikings to the postseason in his first year back. Man, I'm jazzed up. Got here early. Got to listen to the Bangor High School band. Got me moving and grooving up here in the Barefoot Realty broadcast booth. Got me ready for a nice regular season finale. This is going to be an exciting game. So Oxford Hills will be kicking it off to begin this one. Taking off for the Vikings, Cameron Polkinen. And looks like back deep to return for the Rams, Gavin Hughes, as well as Trey Tennant. Here we go. We are underway in the regular season finale. Ball going to be fielded around the 11 after a bobble. Comes through. Nice tackle down in the open field by Malachi Sparks. Wrapping up the returner. And that is where Bangor will begin their first drive of the game, and their junior quarterback, Kyle Johnson, out onto the field, starting this drive at the 27-yard line. Johnson, like I mentioned in the pregame show, 4 touchdowns last week as the Rams go split back here to open up the game. Handoff here, not going very far. Ian Blackwell carries that one into a host of Viking defenders. Getting a few on that one up to, it looks like, the 24-yard line. So bring up a second and about 9 after the gain of 1. Oxford Hills defense has really been buckling down. A shutout win against Edward Little 2 weeks ago. Only allowed 17 points in their loss last week to Wyndham. Fake the jet sweep. Here's Johnson on the quarterback keeper. He's not going very far. Still fighting up past the 25. Looking like to about the 28. And Kyle Johnson, he's a dangerous runner in the open field. Able to swarm and get him down right there. Bring up a 3rd and 4. But Johnson, in their game against Oxford Hills last year as the starting quarterback, had 86 yards of total offense himself, accumulated for over half of Bangor's total yardage. in that game. Early third down test here for the Rams. Split back. Looks like they tried to get the Vikings to jump off sides there. He'll take the snap, hand it off right up the middle. Still fighting for yardage down at the 31-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. Vikings stand tall, 3 plays, force a 4th down right there. And it looks like Bangor might actually go for this here on the opening drive, leaving a 4th and 1. And no, they'll send on the punt unit after all. Definitely thought about it, but first drive of the game, probably don't want to give Oxford Hills possession deep in your own territory, so they will punt this one away. Back to return for the Vikings, Cameron Polkinen. Kick is up and away. It's a short one, going to bounce in front of Polkinen at the 40-yard line. And it'll roll past the 30. A nice roll right there, all the way to the 29-yard line, which is where Oxford Hills will take over in their first drive. And senior quarterback Carter Wyman lead his troops out there. Like I mentioned, he's been a really good focal point of this Vikings offense so far this season, especially in these past 5 weeks now at this point. Wyman this season, 12 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, including 8 and 2 in the past 5 games. So they'll go pistol to start this one off. Wyman hands to Sparks up the middle. Sparks has room to run, fighting, breaking out of tackles, up past the 40 to the 41. Moves the chains on a first down run for 11. All the way up to the 41, he goes a 12-yard carry. And Malachi Sparks, in the absence of Dylan Truman, has really stepped up in the ground game. Him and Curtis Fogg, he threw Cameron Roy in the mix occasionally. But Malachi Sparks really converted offensive lineman, playing running back for the first time this year. I think he's exceeded expectations this season as he gets another carry right here. And they swallow him up, able to fall forward for about a yard, but not much else. Bring up a 2nd down for the Vikings. So I see Shane Farrar subbed out for Cameron Roy. Like I mentioned, their star receiver, Braden Murch, not playing today, not suited up, is on the sideline. So going to see a lot of different substitutions in offensively for the Vikings. Wyman back to throw, steps up, has wide open Cameron Polkinen. Across midfield, breaking tackles down at the 35-yard line. Wide open Cameron Polkinen. See him in the slot there right at the 40-yard line. Going to come right upfield, sit right behind this zone of Bangor. Had a defensive back slip and still just fighting for extra yardage as far downfield as he can. A huge pickup for Oxford Hills now into Bangor territory. 7:45 left here in the first quarter. 0-0 game with Oxford Hills driving. In the gun, Wyman back to throw, looks left. And he's going to step up. He's going to take off with it. No one downfield. Getting a few yards right there. Call it 4 on the carry. 2nd down, and that was a nice carry by Carter Wyman. Kept his eyes downfield a long time, just couldn't find anyone open. Able to scramble and get a few yards and keep moving the football downfield. See right here, defensively have everyone covered up. No real lanes, but the Red Sea parts right in the middle. Able to take off for a few yards. Nice play from a senior quarterback. Wyman hands off to Sparks again here. Sparks still fighting. Jersey grabbed. Has enough for the first down, up past the 25 to about the 24-yard line. And Sparks and the Vikings offense moving the ball really efficiently here on their opening drive. Close to the red zone here for the first time for either team. Fog in the backfield now for Oxford Hills. Here's Wyman back to throw. Blitz coming. Going to step up, fire it down the field. No one in the area. Sails it over Eli Laverdier's head. Incomplete. And just looked like a bit of miscommunication on that one from Wyman to Laverdier. Trying to get up the seam, but just sails it into the corner, it looks like. Little miscommunication offensively for the Vikings. Incomplete. Your 2nd and 10 for the Vikings at the Bangor 24-yard line. Sparks back in the game, and a false start on the Vikings. And Cameron Roy just a little over anxious to get that one started. And that one is probably the most obvious false start you'll ever see in a football game. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty, push the Vikings back for a 2nd and 15. They'll bring out, looks like, have 2 men on Roy. They hand off to Sparks here on the carry, trying to fight forward, make this 3rd down a little more manageable. Can get to about the 32-yard line, so call it a gain of 3. And 3rd down for the Vikings. So 3rd and about 13 for Oxford Hills. Their first real 3rd down test of this one. Need to get past the 15-yard line to keep this drive alive. Wyman back to throw. Has plenty of time, throws it on the left side. Wide open receiver, Bottomley bobbles it. Able to haul it in down at the 12-yard line. Moves the chains for the Vikings. I don't even know how he was that wide open. Able to pick up the 1st down for the Vikings. Looked a little scary there for a minute as he bobbled it. I think he was surprised he was that wide open too. But able to catch it, haul it in, and now puts the Vikings 1st and 10 in the red zone for the first time this game. Wyman hands to Sparks, cutting left. Driving past the 10-yard line, going to be marked at the 9, another gain of 3. Sparks, super consistent for the Vikings as they'll sub Carter Wyman out. Bring in their gadget quarterback here, Jackson Stack. And it was interesting, they didn't really start to use Jackson Stack on offense until Wyman went down with that injury against South Portland. And Jackson Stack thrown in as the emergency quarterback. Ever since then, they've been using him in like a pseudo wildcat situation, having him take a ton of quarterback keepers. As he'll take one right here, direct snap to him. Fighting forward, not much on the carry as he's swarmed by multiple Ram defenders. Get about a yard on that one and bring up 3rd down for the Vikings. We've seen it time and time again. Jackson Stack takes the direct snap. Looks like Bangor filled those gaps defensively extremely well. Been seeing that one on film clearly. Able to stop him for a minimal gain, bring up a 3rd and about 6 for Oxford Hills. Wyman back in the game. Need to get to the 4-yard line. Hand off to Sparks. Sparks into open field. Fighting forward, spinning up to the 3-yard line. Should be good enough for a Vikings first. Let's see what they mark it, though. It looks like they're marking him a little short. And they will be 4th and a few inches for Oxford Hills. So the Vikings will go for it here. 4th and inches. from about the 4.5-yard line. Stack back in at quarterback. Laverdier in motion. Stack will keep it himself, cuts inside, swallowed up in the backfield. A turnover on downs for the Vikings. And the Rams sniffed that one out early, sending Stack back and forcing a turnover on downs. This game still 0-0. So the Rams will start this drive at their own 5-yard line. Last drive went 3 and out after a nice defensive drive for the Vikings. Bangor just had a nice defensive stand near the goal line as Johnson takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, fakes the handoff, falling all the way up to the 10-yard line. Nice gain of 5 there on a first down carry. We would have seen it had TJ Kramars played in the game against the Vikings, but sort of what the Red Eddies do with Kramars at quarterback, using him more as an athlete than a pure pocket passer. And Johnson's not a small guy either. He can truck some guys over that big frame he has. Got a pure athlete back at quarterback, tosses it out to his right, hit down, falls forward back to, it looks like, the line of scrimmage. But a nice hit defensively by the Vikings. Yeah, just stuck him right in the ground right there. So another third down for the Rams. Less than 2 minutes now left in this first quarter. Still deadlocked at 0-0. And the Rams facing another third down. Johnson keeps it himself, fakes the handoff, falling forward. Looks like it'll be good enough for a Rams first down. Looks like the Vikings are going to stop him right there, able to maneuver his body and fall forward just past the 15-yard line. Move the chains for Bangor. Convert their first third down of this one. About 1:10 left in the first now. Time winding down in our first quarter. Set up now, 1st and 10. They hand it off with plenty of room to run. Dragged down from behind. Ian Blackwell gets a nice gain on that one. Marks him at about the 23-yard line. Nice pickup of 7 from the senior running back. And the Rams probably have time for one more play before this quarter ends. About 30 seconds left here in the first. Break the huddle here with about 20 left. This will almost surely be the last play here of this first quarter. Johnson keeps it himself, running right up the middle, going to fall forward. Nice powerful run up to just past the 25-yard line. Bring up a 3rd and inches. Just still waiting to see where they'll mark it. Clock stopped at 10 seconds. And they're signaling first down for Bangor. Referee signal first down. Resume the clock, and it looks like that will indeed do it here for the first quarter. It's been a good one so far. Win and you're in, game at 0-0 after the first quarter. Take a short break, and when we come back, second quarter action on 92.7 and 100.7 WOXO and on BRG Sports.
Hey, wake up. This car's not going to fix itself.
Your car may not be a race car, but you can sure treat it like one. You can find Gear Wrench, the tools trusted by the Napa Racing Team at any of our 29 locations. And while you're here, sign up for the Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
If you're looking for a new home, Twin Town Homes in Oxford, Maine is your #1 custom home builder. Since 1955, Twin Town Homes has been making families' dreams a reality. They offer a variety of homes from various top manufacturers for every budget. Let Twin Town Homes wow you with the perfect balance of quality and affordability you should expect from a builder in business for 67 years. Visit them online at twintownhomes.com or stop by their showroom at 804 Main Street in Oxford, Maine. Twin Town Homes is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Hi there, Monica here from Barefoot Realty on Main Street, Oxford. For nearly 15 years, we've been here to help you through the process of buying or selling your home, whether you're a first-time buyer or seasoned seller looking for a change. Barefoot Realty knows the market and, most importantly, the area. We love supporting the community through sports, nonprofits, and everything in between. Barefoot Realty has your best interests in mind, so reach out to us online at barefootrealty.com. That's barefootrealty.com. Go Vikings!
Welcome back in to our Twin Town Homes Game of the Week. Just saw a nice carry from Ian Blackwell on a 1st and 10. Gets all the way down to the 39 or 34-yard line, excuse me. Nice gain of 9 on the first play of the second quarter. Game still tied 0-0. This is just Bangor's second possession of the game. Not a lot of passing plays by either team here. Ground and pound, fakes the toss here. Johnson gonna be dragged down. Gonna be able to get the first. It looked like Chris Levesque was able to get there. Not fast enough. And Kyle Johnson able to get the first down for the Rams. Up to the 38-yard line, and a carry that looked like it was gonna go for a loss. And Johnson, big frame for a quarterback, but boy, can he move. Focal point of this Bangor offense, and you pair him in the backfield with a speedster like Ian Blackwell. Makes for a dangerous group there in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, able to throw here, incomplete. That one forced out by Carter Wyman. First time we're seeing him play defense this season. And the first pass attempt for Johnson in this one falls to the ground, incomplete. And Wyman being out there on defense, probably something to do with no Braden Murch in there today. But Carter Wyman, in their playoff game last year against Wyndham, made some great defensive plays in the secondary. I remember reading about it last week doing research. Head coach Mark Soren said that they joked about calling it Wyman Island. So back out there as a defensive back. Johnson keeps it himself on the second down carry, still fighting for yardage. Brought down at the 44-yard line. Nice gain of 6 and ring up a 3rd and manageable for the Rams here. Bangor, after their first drive, where they went 3 and out, they've been moving it very efficiently on this drive. Had a couple 3rd downs they had to go against, but able to convert every time this drive. A nice, slow, and methodical drive already taken off. 2 minutes here in the second quarter. 9:50 left here in the first half. Rams facing a 3rd and 4. Johnson keeps it himself, trying to bounce to the outside. Diving across, moving the chains once again for Bangor. And that's not the first time, not the second time, it's the 3rd time we've seen him do that on just this drive. Getting right up close to the yardage to gain and able to dive, maneuver his body, just get enough to keep the chains moving. That's the sign of a team player right there. A nice athletic play, knowing where the chains are. Very, very smart football from the junior quarterback, Johnson. And they'll come to the line now, 1st and 10. Running back in front of Johnson here as they send a motion man across. Jet sweep here. Jackson Varney barely gets back to the line of scrimmage on his first carry of the game. Be 2nd down. And that's a play we see Oxford Hills run quite a lot, the jet sweep. More or less see them do pop passes, which are scored differently. A jet sweep counts as rushing stats, whereas a pop pass counts for a quarterback's yardage and completion percentage. And that's why we've seen Carter Wyman tack up a lot of yardage, able to use those pop passes very effectively. You're getting those chunk plays in there. So 2nd and 10 now for the Rams. Tried to draw the Vikings off sides once again, no budging. He'll take the snap here, back to throw, looking, evading the pressure, throwing it deep down the right side, in coverage, intercepted by Jackson Stack, flag down on the sideline. I'll have to see what the call is there, but as it stands right now, it's an interception for Jackson Stack, just undercuts that ball. And it looks like the penalty may be on the Vikings. Still waiting to see the official call, but that interception may be wiped out. Or maybe not. It looks like the offense out there for the Vikings. And a referee holding on Bangor. That penalty will, of course, be declined. So Jackson Stack forcing the first turnover of this game, picking off Kyle Johnson. So there was a second penalty after the interception on Bangor. 15-yarder. So the Vikings set up for their second drive an excellent field position at the 45-yard line. Wyman throws across the middle. Incomplete ball in the air. Incomplete. Back down to the ground. That was a dangerous one. Very, very dangerous ball. He had both Polkinen and Delameter downfield out of the hands of Polkinen. Bounced off either Delameter's chest protector or his helmet, and that ball went about 30 feet in the air before it fell down to the ground safely as an incomplete pass. So Roy in the backfield for the Vikings on 2nd and 10. Wyman, quick bubble screen, incomplete on that one, looking for Logan Bottomley. So after the turnover and the penalty, the Vikings started in excellent field position. They're facing a 3rd and 10. See, quick little design screen right there for Bottomley. Just can't corral it. Forcing a 3rd and 10 for Oxford Hills. Vikings 1 for 2 on 3rd down. Here's Wyman down the field. Caught, but out of bounds, they're ruling it. Didn't get the foot in. Intended for Cameron Polkinen, and it'll bring up 4th down for the Vikings. So Bangor's defense buckles down right there after the interception, and will force a 3-and-out for Oxford Hills. Polkinen, the punter for the Vikings. Couple of Rams back to return this one. Kick is away, trailing toward the right side of the field. Fielded at the 20-yard line. Room to run here past the 30, all the way up to about the 33-yard line. And that is where the Rams will get started. for their third drive here of this one. Nice return of about 13 yards on that time. And they had a nice drive going until the interception by Kyle Johnson, just trying to make too much happen on that one. Throws it into coverage. Looked like the wind may have gotten a bit of it. It is kind of windy out tonight. Wind just got under it. Stack able to undercut it, pick it off. The Vikings unable to do anything with the turnover. Go 3 straight plays and punt. So the handoff here up the middle. Brought down after a gain of about 3 that time. Eli Marsh on the carry for the Rams. It's that one up to the 42. Or excuse me, the 37. I do this every week, man. Every week. Can't get the yardage right. Caleb would be so upset with me, wouldn't he? But it is 2nd and about 7 for the Rams. Going trips on the left side. Quick screen pass over onto the trip side of the field. Caught by Trey Tennant up to about the 40-yard line. That'll go as Johnson's first. down. The Vikings go 4 and out. Now Bangor with 2:30 and a chance to go up multiple scores before halftime. He'll break the huddle here. Starting this drive at Oxford Hills is 48. Hands it off up the middle this time. Up to the Vikings 46. On the carry from Ian Blackwell. Gain of 2 on that one. Be interesting if they trust their kicker from a long enough range, could just try to get him into field goal range and drain some time off this clock. Made field goal, still makes it a 2-possession game. Johnson runs that one up the middle. Up past the 45 to about the 42. So a 3rd down coming up. And their past 2 third down attempts, they've gotten some big plays, including their 21-yard touchdown run from Eli Marsh to open the scoring up in this one. 1:20 left here in the first half. 3rd and about 4 for the Rams. Johnson keeps it himself, has plenty of room to run, cuts it back inside, breaks off a tackler. Going to take 3 Vikings to bring him down at the 25-yard line. They run this option play so well, and when that option's run well, it is incredibly difficult to stop, especially with an athlete like Johnson back there at quarterback, able to power his way through multiple tackle attempts. And now 5 yards away from that red zone with less than a minute left. Handoff up the middle here to Blackwell. Not going too far, about a couple yards on that one. And a timeout called. So with 47 seconds left, if you trust your kicker from this range, I mean, it's from the 23-yard line, so about a 40-yard field goal attempt. A field goal still puts the Rams up multiple possessions, which is a big key to this one. They don't need the touchdown to be up by 2 scores. Touchdown will put them up by more points and force the Vikings to score 2 touchdowns to just tie them. But with the Vikings receiving the second half kickoff, a field goal would still have the Rams in the lead in the event the Vikings go down and score on the first possession of the second half. So the Rams in excellent position here as we reach the tail end here of the first half. Johnson back to throw. Able to get by. Wide open in the end zone. Incomplete. He can't hold on to it. That should have been a touchdown right there. Just can't hold on to it. Incomplete. And a 3rd down for the Rams. Wide open in the end zone. Just hits the ground, unable to maintain control. 3rd down. Exactly 40 seconds left in this first half. Bangor leads 7-0 over Oxford Hills. It's 3rd and about 8 for the Rams. If you look at Johnson's passing stats, he's only 1 for 4 for 3 yards when he throws the football, including that past incompletion on the previous play. He keeps it himself, has plenty of room to run, trying to get to the sideline, throws a defender off him. Moves the chains for Bangor once again. just determined running. I believe that's Brady Delamater. He throws off of him, gets to the 14-yard line, and now as another timeout's called with 32 seconds left in this one. Field goal from this 14-yard line. Be about 31 yards. A lot better than the 40 they were previously at. Still in question, especially for a high school kicker, if 31's in their range, but it's a lot closer than a 40-yard field goal. Still with the potential to go up multiple scores before the half with a field goal. 32 seconds left in the half. Just a reminder, we'll stay live during halftime for our Coastal Auto Parts Napa halftime show. Update you on some of the stats and hopefully find out some scores between the Lewiston Edward Little and the Wyndham Bonnie Eagle game. That's coming up at halftime, so make sure you stay tuned. 1st and 10 from the 14. Johnson rolling out left. Gonna be keeping himself still on his feet, throws it. Oh, almost a circus catch right there. Incomplete. That would have been incredible if he was able to complete that designed quarterback rollout. Gonna keep it himself and just hucks it over his shoulder as he's going down. Avoids a sack. But that was a dangerous play. Could have just thrown it right into a Vikings lap. Turn the football over. But if that had worked, that would have been, I'm thinking ESPN top 10 plays worthy if that went for a touchdown. It doesn't. It's 2nd and 10. 24.5 seconds left in the first half. Bangor threatening to go up multiple possessions here in the red zone. Johnson back to throw. Has pressure immediately. Just gets it off right at the feet of Wyatt Grover. And 3rd down for the Rams. Since that initial 3 and out, Bangor has converted their last 6 third downs. 6 of 7 this game on 3rd down. And it seems every time they find themselves in a 3rd down, they get a huge chunk of change to keep their drive alive. Let's see what they have cooked up with less than 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's Kyle Johnson. Relays the play. Here they come. Trips out toward the bottom of the screen. Johnson looking to throw, rolls out to his right. Flag down, stiff arms the defender, throws it end zone. Looks like it'll be picked off by Brady Delamater in the end zone. Not sure. They are ruling it an interception. There is a flag down. Back right around where the offensive line is. See if we can see anything. Flag gets thrown in right at the tail end of that if you see. But it looks like Delamater able to pick that one off. As the officials talking about it. And call holding on the offense. Penalties declined, so it will go as an interception for Brady Delamater in the end zone. Bring the ball out to the 20. And with 11 seconds left, the Vikings see what they can cook up here. Likely just going to run this one out. But they do evade going into the locker rooms down multiple possessions. Here's the handoff. Cameron Roy stays on his feet, Now he switches field, going to be dragged down from behind, losing over 10 yards on that one as the clock will hit double zeros, and that'll do it for the first half of this one. A low-scoring defensive battle. It's 7-0 Bangor. Remember, stay tuned for our Coastal Auto Parts Napa halftime show coming up after the break. So on 92.7, 100.7 WOXO, as well as on Facebook and on YouTube for BRG Sports.
Keep your car running as smooth as mine with tools built for performance. No matter where you're going, be geared differently with Gear Wrench, the tools most trusted by the Napa Racing Team at any of our 29 locations. And while you're here, sign up for the Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
I'm with John Emerson Jr., owner of Oxford County CDJR, now known as the OC. What's new at the OC right now?
Well, Stan, we've been really focusing on, how can we take care of the people of Oxford County? So by way of that, we've made changes across the board at the dealership.
Tell me a little bit about the changes.
Well, one of the things we've done is we've installed new management across the board. All of our managers are now 100% local. One of those managers, Scott Whitman, Scott is the fixed ops manager, and he's in charge of service parts in the body shop.
I live in the community, and I have 31 years in the industry. I'm committed to taking care of Oxford County. If you guys or anybody out there needs anything, come see me, and we'll take care of that.
John, anything else you'd like to add?
One of the things we're really excited about is the lifetime powertrain warranty we're offering on all of our new and pre-owned vehicles we sell. You can go on our website and check it out for details. My name is John Emerson Jr. Come see me at the OC.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the MPA and the Maine Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We're talking with our friend Joe Galetta from Ripley and Fletcher Ford in South Paris. Joe, why do so many people choose Ripley and Fletcher Ford?
I really think that it just comes down to people want to do business with people that they trust. And for the last 8 years at Ripley and Fletcher Ford, I've made it my goal to surround my customers with people that they want to do business with. My people at Ripley and Fletcher Ford are the best people you're going to find anywhere. From that first contact, they really feel it. They sense it. They can tell that this is a place that they want to do business. And every dealer says it's going to be the best deal. It's going to be the best price. And it's no different at Ripley and Fletcher Ford. You're going to get a great deal here. It's really the experience that sets us apart. And the bottom line, like anything, customers, when they feel appreciated and they feel they've been treated fairly and they feel they've gotten their money's worth, and they know as they're leaving where they're coming the next time they need to do business.
Ripley and Fletcher Ford, Main Street in South Paris, and online at ripleyandfletcherford.com.
Are you looking for a new home? Twin Town Homes in Oxford, Maine is your custom builder. Visit us at twintownhomes.com or 804 Main Street in Oxford. Your dream home is waiting.
At Northeast Bank, we're committed to helping you grow your savings with consistently top-of-market CD and high-yield savings rates. Serving the Oxford Hills community with pride, we offer personalized service to meet your financial needs. Conveniently located at 235 Main Street in South Paris, our friendly team is ready to assist you. Northeast Bank, your trusted partner in helping you earn more. Visit us today or at northeastbank.com. Member FDIC.
And welcome into our Coastal Auto Parts Napa halftime show. Bangor leading Oxford Hills 7-0 in a low-scoring bout where the winner advances to the postseason. Loser goes home. And I'm trying to look for some more score updates. Looks like as of 35 minutes ago, so quite a while ago, if I'm looking at these scores correctly, it was 7-6, Bonnie Eagle leading over the Wyndham Eagles. Still looking for more of these. It seems like the latest update. If you know any more current updates, feel free to comment them in either our Facebook or our YouTube live streams, because that game's going to have serious playoff implications for the winner of this Bangor-Oxford Hills game, which has been extremely close. Comparatively, I mean, Bangor is outgaining the Vikings so much on the ground. I mean, Rams have 25 carries for almost $150 rushing, 145 yards on the ground. Comparatively, their passing game has not been great. 1 catch for 3 yards. Their quarterback, Kyle Johnson's 1 of 7 passing, and they've thrown 2 interceptions, including that one in the back of the end zone at the end of our first half to Brady Delameter, where he dragged those toes. That was a really, really impressive interception from Delameter. Well, Bangor still leading this game. You look at Oxford Hills, they have less than 70 yards of total offense in the first half. Haven't really been able to do much of anything offensively. They're 1 for 4 on third down. And in a game where it's a must-win on the road, not playing like they need to win this game right now. And to be fair, Bangor's defense has been phenomenal. Everything that Oxford Hills has done well these past 5 weeks on their winning streak, Bangor has really effectively stopped. And a lot of this lack of production offensively for Oxford Hills has to be because Braden Murch, unavailable today, not suited up on the sideline for the Vikings without any pads or anything. So in their regular season finale, without one of your biggest star players, going to hurt you, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, the Vikings haven't played bad at all. Just allowing Bangor to keep converting these third downs has been killing them. They're 6 of 8 on third down, 75% on third down. Offensively, that's what you dream of. You go to bed and you dream that your team's over 75%. Defensively, it's your worst nightmare to have your defensive conversion rate at over 50%, let alone 75%. The only 2 stops on third down were on Bangor's first drive where they went 3 and out, and then just before halftime when Delameter intercepted Kyle Johnson in the back of the end zone with 11 seconds left. Oxford Hills will receive the second half kickoff, so they'll have a chance to tie it up before the Rams have any say in the matter, any chance to possess the football. Still really anyone's game at this point. A lot of football left to be played, and only a 1-score game at Cameron Stadium as we see the Bangor varsity cheer squad on the field for a little halftime entertainment. About 7 minutes away from getting the second half kicked off. Just a reminder, I'm going to hammer the point home just because of how important this game is. Winner of this game advances to the postseason to either play Lewiston as the 3 seed or Portland as the 4 seed, depending on the Wyndham-Bonnie Eagle result. Wyndham wins that game. The Eagles will claim the 3 seed. They lose to the Scots. They'll bump down to the 4th seed. So the winner of this game with a Wyndham loss has a really good shot to make the A North final. Lewiston, Wyndham, Oxford Hills, Bangor, really in the same ballpark. Portland's kind of that juggernaut that it's going to take a lot to get past, but we've seen time and time again strange things happen in the playoffs. Can't wait to get that started, but before we get to that point, we still have half a football game to play. 6 minutes before teams come back on the field, we'll take another short break. When we come back, probably finish up this halftime show and get right into the second half of action. So stay tuned here, 92.7, 100.7 WOXO and BRG Sports.
If you're looking for a new home, Twin Town Homes in Oxford, Maine is your #1 custom home builder. Since 1955, Twin Town Homes has been making families' dreams a reality. They offer a variety of homes from various top manufacturers for every budget. Let Twin Town Homes wow you with the perfect balance of quality and affordability you should expect from a builder in business for 67 years. Visit them online at twintownhomes.com or stop by their showroom at 804 Main Street in Oxford, Maine. Twin Town Homes is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Hi there, Monica here from Barefoot Realty on Main Street, Oxford. For nearly 15 years, we've been here to help you through the process of buying or selling your home, whether you're a first-time buyer or seasoned seller looking for a change. Barefoot Realty knows the market and, most importantly, the area. We love supporting the community through sports, nonprofits, and everything in between. Barefoot Realty has your best interests in mind, so reach out to us online at barefootrealty.com. That's barefootrealty.com. Go Vikings!
I'm with John Emerson Jr., owner of Oxford County CDJR, now known as the OC. What's new at the OC right now?
Well, Stan, we've been really focusing on, how can we take care of the people of Oxford County? So by way of that, we've made changes across the board at the dealership.
Tell me a little bit about the changes.
Well, one of the things we've done is we've installed new management across the board. All of our managers are now 100% local. One of those managers, Scott Whitman, Scott is the fixed ops manager, and he's in charge of service parts in the body shop.
I live in the community, and I have 31 years in the industry. I'm committed to taking care of Oxford County. If you guys or anybody out there needs anything, come see me, and we'll take care of that.
John, anything else you'd like to add?
One of the things we're really excited about is the lifetime powertrain warranty we're offering on all of our new and pre-owned vehicles we sell. You can go on our website and check it out for details. My name is John Emerson Jr. Come see me at the OC.
Whether you're racing to pick up the kids or a quarter mile, make sure you get to the finish line in record time. Give your car the race car treatment with the brand trusted by the Napa Racing Team. Pick up a gear wrench socket set for your garage at any of our 29 locations. And while you're here, sign up for the Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
We're talking with our friend Joe Galetta from Ripley and Fletcher Ford in South Paris. Joe, why do so many people choose Ripley and Fletcher Ford?
I really think that it just comes down to people want to do business with people that they trust. And for the last 8 years at Ripley and Fletcher Ford, I've made it my goal to surround my customers with people that they want to do business with. My people at Ripley and Fletcher Ford are the best people you're going to find anywhere. From that first contact, they really feel it. They sense it. They can tell that this is a place that they want to do business. And every dealer says it's going to be the best deal. It's going to be the best price. And it's no different at Ripley and Fletcher Ford. You're going to get a great deal here. It's really the experience that sets us apart. And the bottom line, like anything, customers, when they feel appreciated and they feel they've been treated fairly and they feel they've gotten their money's worth, and they know as they're leaving where they're coming the next time they need to do business.
Ripley and Fletcher Ford, Main Street in South Paris, and online at ripleyandfletcherford.com.
Are you looking for a new home? Twin Town Homes in Oxford, Maine is your custom builder. Visit us at twintownhomes.com or 804 Main Street in Oxford. Your dream home is waiting.
Maine Health is one team working together to deliver the highest quality personalized care. With that commitment, we're proud to introduce a fresh new look across all our locations. Soon, you'll notice a new logo and location names, making it easier to navigate the care you count on from the same care teams you trust. While Maine Health's brand is evolving, our compassionate and exceptional care will never change.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the MPA.
At Northeast Bank, we're committed to helping you grow your savings with consistently top-of-market CD and high-yield savings rates. Serving the Oxford Hills community with pride, we offer personalized service to meet your financial needs. Conveniently located at 235 Main Street in South Paris, our friendly team is ready to assist you. Northeast Bank, your trusted partner in helping you earn more. Visit us today or at northeastbank.com. Member FDIC.
Twin Town Homes in Oxford has been putting New Englanders in affordable homes since 1955, offering custom homes from top manufacturers for every budget. Visit us at twintownhomes.com or 804 Main Street in Oxford. Your dream home is waiting.
And welcome back in to our Cap Napa halftime show. We just added another 2.5 minutes onto the clock as the Rams take the field. Get a little loose before we kick off the second half. Let me just say, I've been straight up vibing up here in our Barefoot Realty broadcast booth, listening to the Bangor High School band play some straight bangers this halftime. Let's play Bad Romance. I mean, I have been having a blast up here. Always fun to go to these different high schools, listen to their bands. Man, it's always a blast. 2 minutes left here before we kick off the second half. Vikings look ready to go. Bangor still needs to stretch out. 7-0 game in a game that has felt like a playoff game the entire time. 7-0. Bangor leads. Oxford Hills will receive the second half kickoff. And they need to do something offensively in this one. Less than 70 yards of total offense to this point in the game for the Vikings. A far cry from their 4-game win streak in their game last week against Windham. In that game last week against Windham, Carter Wyman had 250 yards through the air, tossed a touchdown. This game, Carter Wyman is less than 50 yards passing to this point. He is 3 of 10 passing the football, 3 completions, 30%. Not what you're looking for in a must-win game. I'm sure their coaches on the Oxford Hills side have been hammering the point. They need to pick it up on the offensive side of the football. They have an excellent opportunity to do so as we are about to get the second half underway. Less than a minute now. Bangor back over to their sideline, getting ready for this second half. Once again, Bangor band playing the Hey song. Hey! Love listening to it. You know, I was in the Oxford Hills band when I was in high school. Loved coming to the football games, playing along my freshman year. While I was on the field, loved listening to the Oxford Hills band, and I especially loved when we go to other fields and hear other teams' bands, hear the different songs they play. So fun to travel, so fun to see these different stadiums, the different traditions these teams have. Seeing today here with Bangor as we are about ready to get this second half underway. Oxford Hills will receive the second half kickoff. And Bangor will have Caden Karam, their freshman kicker, boot this one away. As both teams finally take the field. They're ready to start the third quarter. Back to return for the Vikings, Cameron Polkinen and Cameron Roy. Karam puts this one into the air. Going to be another short one. Fair catch by Jackson Stack at the 35-yard line. It's where the Vikings will take over for their first possession of this second half. Like I mentioned at halftime, Vikings have done next to nothing offensively in this one. Less than 70 yards of total offense and less than 50 yards passing for their senior quarterback, who just a week ago threw for 5 times that amount against the Windham Eagles. Here's the first down play. Handoff to Cameron Roy up the middle. Going to fall forward for 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry. We'll give him 3 yards on that one, up to in between the 37 and 38. So second half officially underway here. Bangor leads Oxford Hills 7-0. 11:30 left here in the third quarter. Wyman once again hands to Roy. Roy making it through, but a nice hit over the middle right there by the linebacker. Trying to see who that was because that was an aggressive hit. It was Nevin Howell, senior linebacker, stopping Cameron Roy right in his tracks. Nice hit and a third down for the Vikings. Oxford Hills 1 of 4 on third downs in the first half. Trying to convert an early one here. Pop pass Laverdier, he's going to go backwards. No dice for the Vikings that time. The jet pass to their tight end Laverdier doesn't work out, and they'll be forced to punt. They ran that play to varying success against Wyndham, against Edward Little. That time goes backwards for 5-yard loss. And there you go, 3 and out to begin the second half, punting this one away to the Rams. Polkinen boots this one away. Going to be fielded, bobbled. Picked up at the 15-yard line, trying to make something out of nothing. Stack grabs his ankles, and they'll force him down inside the 20-yard line. A great tackle that time by Jackson Stack, able to get the returner down after he bobbles the punt, trying to catch it over his shoulder, as you see right here. A lot farther than he thought, tried to corral it, can't do it. All the way back inside his 15 before being brought down at the 18-yard line by Stack, which is where the Rams will begin their first drive of this second half. Kyle Johnson led the way for the Rams on the ground as he hands it off here to, I believe, Zach Cota up the middle, getting about 4 yards on that carry. And they have very, very effectively run the ball against this Vikings defense today. In the first half, 145 yards on the ground. Like I was mentioning, their quarterback Johnson, 11 carries, 67 yards on the ground in that first half. On the ground, Rams have been phenomenal. Through the air, quite the opposite. 1 of 7 with 2 interceptions. Here's the fake. Johnson up the middle with the keeper. Stiff arms one defender. Here he goes, breaking tackles up past the 40-yard line. Down to the 43. Kyle Johnson once again just finds the open lane and with a burst of speed takes off, throwing defenders to the ground as he does so, all the way up to the 42-yard line, moving the chains for the Rams. And if the Vikings want to keep their season alive, they have to stop this Rams running game. It has been all Bangor offensively on the ground. Here's the carry by Cota, tripped up. Or excuse me, that's Eli Marsh on the carry. Tripped up after a gain of about 5. Up to the 46. Call it a gain of 4, actually. So second down, 8:20 left in the third quarter. Bangor still up against Oxford Hills 7-0. And the Rams with possession of the football near midfield. Split backs for the Rams. Johnson hands it off. It's Cota in the open field. Getting into the second level across midfield into Viking territory all the way to the 43. It's one thing, running back by committee. They've had a ton of rushing yards this game, but a ton of different contributors. Vikings can't key on just one player, and that's hampered their ability to stop the run in this one. Bangor now almost 30 carries for over 180 yards this game. They'll go split back once again here on first down. Johnson fakes the handoff. He's going to be swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Able to key in on him that time on the option. Goes for no gain. And as much as I've been kind of ragging on the Vikings this second half for their run defense, they have had their moments. That's one of them right there. Able to key in on Johnson and swallow him up right at the line of scrimmage before he can do any damage. But it just seems every time they get him into a 3rd and long situation after stopping him on 1st and 2nd for pretty much no gain, they've exploded for 10-plus yardage on the next play on 3rd down. Here's Johnson, fakes one way, hands it off. He's going to go backwards. Jackson Varney with no room to run. It'll go as a 2-yard loss all the way back to the 45. 3rd and long coming up for the Rams. The Rams on 3rd down have been about as efficient as you could be. 6 of 8 on 3rd down, including 6 straight after their initial 3 and out on their opening drive. The only other time they failed to convert on 3rd down was an interception in the end zone by Brady Delameter just before the end of the first half. We go 4 wide here. Johnson back to throw. Pressure around, throw around the middle, got his man downfield. Fionn Parker Cummings, his first catch of the game, moves the chains once again for the Rams on 3rd down. And with time running out in the pocket, able to deliver a strike down the middle of the field in tight coverage. It's not bad coverage at all on that play. Just a better thrown football and able to move the ball downfield, converting that 3rd and 12. Once again, split backs for the Rams. They hand off to Coda. He goes right into the heart of that Viking defense. Maybe gets a yard that time. They will mark him at the 23. So 2nd and about 8 or 9. All the way up to the 22, actually. So it is 2nd and 8. 5 minutes left here in this 3rd quarter. Bangor with the lead and possession of the football deep in Vikings territory, knocking on the door of the red zone. Johnson, hands off this time, tripped up. A nice tackle there by Curtis Fogg, bringing down Marsh. And they'll be forced into another long 3rd down try here. Backed up to the 23-yard line, 3rd and 9 coming up for the Rams. Already converted a 3rd down on this drive. They need to get to the 15-yard line to keep this drive alive. Johnson has Marsh in the backfield. Tried to draw the Vikings offside. Can't do it once again. Vikings showing blitz here. It's a keeper for Johnson. Johnson maneuvering through. No one's going to touch him. Bangor takes a 2-possession lead. Touchdown, Kyle Johnson. Once again, it's the read option that fools Oxford Hills. Not sure who to key in on, and then just the speed of Johnson, able to shift his way through the defense, find his way into the end zone, and Bangor in the driver's seat of this one now. Up 13-0. Point after attempt by Caden Karam. Would make this a 14-0 game. Kick is a line drive right through the uprights. It is good. Bangor leads 14-0 And while they switch over here, get ready for the kickoff, we'll take a short break. But make sure you stay tuned here on 92.7, 100.7 WOXO and BRG Sports.
Twin Town Homes in Oxford has been putting New Englanders in affordable homes since 1955, offering custom homes from top manufacturers for every budget. Visit us at twintownhomes.com or 804 Main Street in Oxford. Your dream home is waiting.
And welcome back into the Twin Town Homes Game of the Week. Oxford Hills currently trailing 14-0 to the hometown Bangor Rams. Just surrendered a 23-yard touchdown run to junior quarterback Kyle Johnson. And Johnson has been phenomenal today on the ground. Finally cashes in over that 100-yard mark, sitting at 110 for the game on 14 carries with the touchdown he just scored. He's a good candidate for our Oxford County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Player of the Game, but feel free to leave your opinion in the Facebook or the YouTube comments. If you think someone else is more deserving, definitely be checking them after the game. Squib kick here on the kickoff, fielded. No, it's not fielded. Roy has to fall on it at the 20-yard line. Almost a disastrous play right there, but Cameron Roy makes the smart move, able to fall on it for the Vikings. And they'll start this drive at their 21-yard line, it looks like. So the Vikings went 3 and out on their first drive after receiving the second half kickoff. And it allows Bangor to drive down, take a 2-possession lead. So the Vikings in a big hole here in the third quarter. And it looks like the Vikings have too many players on the field. It's going to force Wyman to burn a timeout. I thought that formation looked a bit strange with 5 wide, but also a running back in the backfield, not something that you're supposed to see at any point. So the Vikings forced to burn a timeout that could come back to haunt them if they're able to claw their way back into this one. 3:50 left here in the third quarter. Bangor leads 14-0. And Oxford Hills down, but not quite out yet. A long drive here for a touchdown would do wonders for the Vikings here and their chances in this game. As they'll start 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Here's Wyman in the gun. Going 4 wide doubles. Wyman throwing the left side. Wide open man is Cameron Roy. Roy has the first down and more. Here he goes up the sideline. Finally pushed out of bounds at around the 45-yard line. A nice catch and run for just under 25 yards that time. Yeah, just shy of that 45-yard line. Pushed out of bounds at the 24. He was wide open once he ran that little button route. Bangor playing a little off right there. Able to throw the quick pass right there, step and throw. And Cameron Roy with his speed able to get some extra yardage out of it. Here's another first down. Throw on the right side here. Delameter up to the 50. Signaling him down at the 49. Bangor's coach is saying it's incomplete. And it is incomplete. So saying it hit the ground there. It definitely looked close. Definitely not the best angle up here in the Barefoot Realty broadcast booth to see that one. But they rule it incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. They'll send Bottomley in motion. Here's the jet sweep to Bottomley, cutting up field. Trying to get to the sideline. He does. Here he goes up the sideline, across midfield, out of bounds at the Bangor 40-yard line. A nice carry that time. It was handed off behind the line of scrimmage. So it goes as a rush attempt all the way up to the 40 of the Rams, and the Vikings moving it real efficiently here on this drive with their backs against the wall. Down multiple scores. Here's a 1st and 10 for Wyman. Back looking to throw on the right side. Has Delameter wide open. He drops the ball. Incomplete. Tried to run, it looked like, before he fully had possession of that one. Can't corral it. And it goes down as an incompletion. 2nd down and 10 for Oxford Hills. Break the huddle here. Going in a double set once again. 4 receivers out there. Here's Wyman back to throw. Stepping up in the pocket. Has pressure, evades it, throws it out of the backfield, finds Logan Bonnelly on the sideline. All the way up to the 23-yard line. Nice play from Carter Wyman that time, finding Bonnelly. I thought he was going to go down for a sack, able to evade it and find an open receiver downfield. All the way now to the 27-yard line, it seems. Moves the chains once again. So a 1st and 10. Roy in motion. Pop pass to Cameron Roy. Trying to get upfield. Nothing to gain on that one. They swallow him up for no gain on that one. Nice defensive job right there for Bangor. Able to get out there and corral Roy, who's a really fast runner in the open field, especially on those jet sweeps and pop passes. Able to swallow him up that time for no gain. 2nd and 10. Wyman, since Roy in motion in the backfield, back to throw, has plenty of time throwing. Delameter down the field, got him inside the 5-yard line. There is a flag down at around the 26-yard line. This one might be coming back. So he finally finds Delameter down the field. But what I would guess is a holding penalty is going to draw that back. And it is holding on the Vikings. So wipe out the big pass right there. Will push Oxford Hills backwards. Place it at the 37, so 2nd and 20 coming up for the Vikings. And they place it at the 37. Still a little confusion, it seems, but got it figured out now. Referee still conversing down there. And here they go for a 2nd and 20 attempt from the 37. Wyman back to throw, steps down, finds Bonnelly on the left side, falls forward to about the 30-yard line, bring up 3rd down. Only a gain of about 7 on that play, but it does its job, makes the 3rd down a little more manageable as opposed to trying to get it all back in one play. Smart play from a senior quarterback to make right there. Just taking what you can get, fighting to play for this 3rd down. Need to get up to the 17-yard line to keep this one alive. Wyman back to throw, pump fakes. Has plenty of time throwing, end zone, down the field, Farrar, incomplete. Over his head and 4th down for the Vikings. I mean, it really didn't look like Farrar had enough separation on the sideline to warrant that deep shot, but no one else really opened up either. Trying to sail that one into the end zone. Goes over the head of Farrar, and the Vikings are going to go for it here on a 4th and 13. You need to get to the 17-yard line. Wyman back to throw. Throwing at the marker, Farrar caught it. I think he's short. 1st down, Bangor. And Farrar got to the 18. Unfortunate break for Oxford Hills. They turn it over on downs for the third time this game. Nice defensive play by the Bangor secondary, knowing where the marker is and tackling him right before he can get across. And with 1:25 left here in the third quarter, the Rams in the driver's seat. Handoff to Coda, falling forward just past the 20-yard line. Gets about 2 yards on that carry. And now it's just about controlling the clock and having possession of the football. Up 2 scores here, time winding down in the third quarter. Still a fourth quarter to play. Nothing's out of the question yet. Still a 2-score game, very manageable. But if Bangor on this drive can drive down the field and take a good chunk of the clock out, it's going to be tough for the Vikings to come back in this one. Oxford Hills needs a stop, and they need it as soon as they can. Here's the handoff on the read option. Into open field. Going to get by the secondary, cutting back inside across the Vikings 50 all the way down to the Oxford Hills 35-yard line. Ian Blackwell. Ian Blackwell that time. He's the one who finds the lane on the read option. Able to get all the way down the field to the Vikings 35-yard line. A huge pickup on second down for the Rams. We have about time for one more play here if they decide to do so. They might just let this clock run out to the fourth quarter with 10 seconds left. That's exactly what they're going to do. So 14-0 as we end the third quarter. Bangor with the lead, possession of the ball in Vikings territory, and very much in the driver's seat. They're 12 minutes away from heading to the postseason. Still 12 minutes left for the Vikings to come back. We'll take a short break on 92.7, 100.7 WOXO BRG Sports.
Hey, wake up. This car's not going to fix itself.
Your car may not be a race car, but you can sure treat it like one. You can find Gear Wrench, the tools trusted by the Napa Racing Team at any of our 29 locations. And while you're here, sign up for the Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
If you're looking for a new home, Twin Town Homes in Oxford, Maine is your #1 custom home builder. Since 1955, Twin Town Homes has been making families' dreams a reality. They offer a variety of homes from various top manufacturers for every budget. Let Twin Town Homes wow you with the perfect balance of quality and affordability you should expect from a builder in business for 67 years. Visit them online at twintownhomes.com or stop by their showroom at 804 Main Street in Oxford, Maine. Twin Town Homes is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Welcome back into our Twin Town Homes game of the week. Oxford Hills trails Bangor 14-0 as we start the fourth quarter. And the Rams with possession at the Vikings 35-yard line. Split back here, hands off to Coda up the middle. Able to get past the 30-yard line all the way up to about the 27. Nice carry that time from Coda, gain of 7. And at this point, like I mentioned when they started this drive, it's all about conserving the clock, trying to drain it down as much as possible. Vikings only have 2 timeouts left, down multiple scores. It's going to be a fight for them to claw back in this one. If Bangor scores a touchdown on this drive, down 3 possessions, going to be an extra hard fight. But nothing is impossible. Let's ask Tom Brady and the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 51. What's 2nd and 3? They hand off on the option play here. It's Blackwell getting up close to the marker, but not quite enough. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Rams. Marked him shy there at the 26-yard line. So another 3rd down coming up for these Rams, who are 8 for 10 on 3rd downs this game, 80%. So what you love to see as a head coach. 3rd and about 1. Vikings defense needs to buckle down right here. Have 5 on the line of scrimmage here. Running back in front of Johnson. Johnson's going to keep it himself, running to the right, breaking through, stiff arm. Still fighting, still on his feet, trying to get to the pylon past the 10-yard line to about the 8.5. It'll be 1st and goal, Rams. Johnson's been doing it all game. Quarterback keeper. Excellent blocking up front for him, and then just making his own room, throwing off defenders. And Bangor set to go up 3 scores in the red zone now. 1st and goal. Less than 10 minutes left in this one. Bangor with a 14-0 lead. And a timeout called by Oxford Hills. So the Vikings use their 2nd timeout. Have 1 remaining in this one, and if they can't keep the Rams out of the end zone here, looking like it'll be their season finale up here at Cameron Stadium. The Vikings down but not out of this one. Still just under 10 minutes left, down 14-0. Just need a couple good offensive possessions right back in this one, and for Bangor, score a touchdown here, you're likely going to the postseason. And in the last score update I saw, it was still 7-6 Bonnie Eagle over Wyndham, so it would likely be Bangor traveling to play Lewiston in the 1st round if they score the touchdown here. Still looking to see if I see any more updates. Nothing yet. Still the last update I see, 8:30. Wyndham is leading Bonnie Eagle 14-12. So if Wyndham holds that out, winner of this game would travel and play the Portland Bulldogs in the 1st round of the playoffs. It'll be an interesting one to see down the stretch, but we got a game here to settle first. 1st and goal for the Bangor Rams here from the 8-yard line. Johnson hands off to Coda. Coda falling forward up to about 5-yard line. Still no whistle. I think everyone agrees the play's over. So up to the 5-yard line, or they place it back at the 6. They're confused as to where it is too. It's okay. 9.5 minutes left here in this one. Ball on the 6-yard line, 2nd and goal for the Rams. Go split back once again with Coda and Blackwell. They'll switch it over, moving their tight end over. And mishandles a snap. Johnson able to corral it. He's going to go backwards a yard. And almost a disastrous play right there. See hit the shoulder pads in the backfield. Little high snap. And we have an injured Viking down on the field. Brooks Merrill, number 57, back up on his feet already. And he's walking off the field right now. Still going to get looked at by the Vikings training staff. Make sure he's all set to go, but walking off the field right now, it looks to be okay. He'll just have to sit out at least one play. But it'll be 3rd and goal for Bangor from the 7-yard line. 9 of 11 on 3rd down conversions this game. Looking to punch this one into the end zone and take a 3-score lead. Oxford Hills needs to hold them out if they want any chance at keeping their season alive. Rams come out, split backs once again with Blackwell and Coda. They keep it with Johnson. Johnson running, brought down at the 6-yard line. Flag coming down at the tail end of the play. And another flag down. So as the play stands right now, it'll be a 1-yard gain for Johnson, but a bunch of Rams players starting to move backwards. It would be 4th and goal from the 6, but it looks like the penalty's on the Rams. Just waiting for the official signal, holding on Bangor, and they will accept the penalty, so it'll stay 3rd down. 3rd and goal from the 16-yard line. I'm a little confused as to why you would accept that penalty in that situation after forcing them to a 4th down, which you haven't been able to do a lot this game, especially with time winding down. They now get to chew a bit more clock, and they've been gashing you all day on these 3rd and longs. Let's see if they hold him right here. 3rd and goal. Johnson keeps it himself. He's going to go down almost immediately up at the 14-yard line. So they'll send on likely the field goal unit, unless they decide to go for it here. A field goal would put them up 3 possessions. So I don't see why you wouldn't kick this field goal here unless they don't trust the range of their kicker, which seems like it might be the case. Yeah, Johnson's coming back out on the field. The Rams going to go for it. So from the 14-yard line, it's 4th and goal. Less than 7 minutes left here in this one. Johnson hands it off to Coda. Coda with running room. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. They convert a 4th and goal from the 14 and take a 3-touchdown lead against the Vikings. And I was talking some smack pre-play. Thought it was a little bananas to try to go for it. They proved me wrong. Zach Coda finds his way into the end zone, and the Rams now lead by 3 touchdowns with less than 7 minutes left. Point after attempt is no good, so it'll stay a 20-0 game. So 6:42 left in this one. The Vikings have ran 7 total plays of offense this second half, have gone 3 and out and 4 and out on both drives. Now down 20-0. 6:42. Oxford Hills has 1 timeout remaining. Looking bleak here if you're a Vikings fan. But down, not out. Anything can happen in these next 7 minutes. Stack and Roy going to be back to return this one. It looks like they're putting Polkinen up where Jackson Stack would be to see if he can get a big return after the previous kickoffs have been really short. And we're getting an update from Geo Roxy Ames on our Facebook stream. Bonnie Eagle takes the lead against Wyndham 18-14. So it looks like the winner of this game would be playing Lewiston. Bobbled. They squibbed it. Scrum for the football. It looks like the Vikings do recover it. Riley Perry able to fall on it for the Vikings. So the Vikings start at around the 40-yard line. Need 60 yards to put it in the end zone here. They've been held scoreless so far this game in search of their first points. Down 20 with 6:40 left in the game. Should be pretty much all passes from this point out. Wyman steps up, throws on the right side, has his man. He's stuck right in his tracks. Cameron Polkinen up to about the 43, a gain of 3. Second down for Oxford Hills. And they actually roll him at the 42-yard line. So 2nd and 8, time winding down. Wyman takes the snap, looking to throw. Looking down the middle of the field, throws it up, has Bottomley, shorts it, intercepted! Pass is picked off. Trey Tennant gets under it, intercepts Carter Wyman. And that will probably write an end to this one. Still less than 6 minutes left in this one, but it's not looking good for Oxford Hills. So Bangor will take over at their own 25-yard line. Less than 6 minutes left. They'll hand this one off. Trying to bounce the outsides. Blackwell not able to get too far. Actually loses yardage on that one. Back 2 yards. So 2nd and 12 for the Rams. 5:30 left in the fourth. Bangor leads Oxford Hills 20-0. And the Rams break the huddle here. They're going to try to drain as much clock as they possibly can to end this one out. They'll send Blackwell in motion. It's a quarterback keeper for Johnson. Getting back up to the 25, so gets back the 2 yards they lost on the previous play. Bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Rams. Less than 5 minutes now. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Rams. And they'll try to drain as much time off the play clock as possible before getting to the line and snapping this one. Less than 4.5 minutes left. Third and 10. The Rams have been very efficient up until the end of this one, but they're 9 of 13 on 3rd downs. We're 9 of 11 at one point in this game. So 3rd and 10. Fakes the handoff one way, gets it to Blackwell. Up to the 26-yard line. So a gain of 1 on the carry, bring up 4th down. And they'll likely punt this one away here with less than 4 minutes left. And with time winding down, Oxford Hills will likely get one final possession in this one. Back deep to return for the Vikings is Cameron Polkinen. And they'll send a man in motion here on the punt unit. Snap, high snap. Able to get the punt off. Going to be short there. Still rolling. Polkinen thinks the Rams hit it, but as of right now, 2 signaled spots down. See where they'll bring it up. Looks like they'll give it to Oxford Hills up past the 40-yard line to the 43. That's where the Vikings will take over at their own 43-yard line. Still scoreless in this one. Trying to put some points on the board here within the last 3:18 in the fourth quarter. Just a reminder to stay tuned for our Coastal Auto Parts Napa post-game show. We'll be giving away the Oxford County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Player of the Game. We'll definitely be reading the Facebook and YouTube comments to see who you think it should be. So here's Carter Wyman, incomplete down the field. Threw that ball behind Shane Farrar on 1st and 10. Second down for the Vikings with 3:13 left. Oxford Hills with 1 timeout left in this one. And this likely the final drive of the season for the Vikings. Down 3 possessions with 1 timeout and 3 minutes left. It looks like Bangor will be moving on to the postseason. So Wyman will hand it to Sparks, trying to get up the sideline. He does. A nice carry by Malachi Sparks up past midfield into Rams territory. See where they officially mark it up at the 43-yard line of the Rams. Nice bit of running for Oxford Hills as Malachi Sparks. They'll take over, 1st and 10. 3:06 left in this one. Wyman steps back to throw. Quick throw on the left side. Has his man Farrar out of bounds. So complete up to the 35-yard line at Shane Farrar. Gain of about 8 that time. So 2nd and 2. Shane Farrar and Carter Wyman, a couple seniors, a couple buddies. I saw photos of their senior pictures together, taking their senior photos together. Able to get some completions to one of a couple of senior to seniors and what is likely their final game of high school football tonight. Here's Wyman back to throw, evading pressure, going to take it himself up the sideline, past the yard to gain, out of bounds at it looks like the 31. Will be good enough to move the chains for the Vikings. Less than 3 minutes now left in this one. 2:52 on the clock for the Vikings. Searching for their first points. Here's Pulkinen in motion. Pop past to Cameron Pulkinen. Trying to throw some blockers out in front for him. Not getting very far. Downed right at the 30. Cole at the 20. Oh, he fell forward for quite a bit, actually. All the way up. Now they're marking him back at the 29. No, they're marking him at the 30. They definitely don't make it easy on us sometimes up here to guess where the ball ended up. But it's 2nd and 9. Wyman back to throw. Down the field. That pass looks to be caught on the sideline. It is caught past the 20 all the way up to the 17. Riley Perry with the reception that time. Moves the chains for Oxford Hills. His first catch, I believe, on the season. .225 left in the regular season finale. 1st and 10 for the Vikings in the red zone. Wyman hands to Sparks, going right up the gut. Past the 15 and an injured Viking on the field. Able to get back up right away. Still in some pain. Looks like he's going to tough it out there. Malachi Sparks up to the 14. 3 yards on the carry. So 2nd down for the Vikings. Wyman pop past the Polkinen, trying to get up the right sideline. Stuck and thrown out of bounds. See where they'll mark him for this one. Looks like at the 12-yard line, so a gain of 2. And it'll be third down for Oxford Hills. 1:42 left in this one. Vikings driving down the field, started this drive at their own 43-yard line. Looking to punch it in here at the end of this one. A timeout called. I believe timeout called by the Vikings. And with time winding down in this one, it looks like this will be the end for Oxford Hills' season. After an 0-3 start, things did not look so good for this team. Battled back, ended up winning 4 in a row. Put themselves close into this one. And after a loss last week and a likely loss here, not looking good for the Vikings. Have updates from the games I told you about pre-game. Lewiston is beating Edward Little 41-0 in the fourth quarter, so it looks like Lewiston will hold on and host a home playoff game. Wyndham now has the lead once again against Bonnie Eagle, 21-18 in the fourth quarter. Wyndham holds on. They would travel to Lewiston as the play here. Wyman steps up, trying to avoid the pressure, throws end zone, has his man. A Vikings touchdown. Trying to find out who caught that Vikings touchdown. It looks like Cameron Polkinen found his way into the end zone. Founds is not a word, ladies and gentlemen. But Cameron Polkinen scores the touchdown for Oxford Hills. And they will go for 2 here. Send Laverdier in motion. Wyman back to throw, pressure. Now he's able to evade it, running left, throws it back to the end zone. Farrar, incomplete. So they fail the 2-point conversion. They now trail 20-6. And Wyman doing a good job buying time with the pressure coming right at him. Able to move left, but Farrar in the back of the end zone, double covered. Can't convert. We'll likely see an onside kick attempt by Oxford Hills. If they recover it, this game becomes a whole lot more interesting. If Bangor recovers it, that'll likely be the end of this one. 2 knees will end the game. A 1:34 left. Bangor leads Oxford Hills 20-6. And I would expect an onside kick, but it looks like they're set up to just boot this thing away. And a timeout called. And looks like Bangor's confused. Flag down. I think Oxford Hills called a timeout, but didn't have one? Man, that's why Bangor was looking confused over there. So let's see. Spot the football. It looks like they're waving off the flag. So it looks like now they're set up to attempt an onside kick. Polkinen ready. Poots this one. Is a scrum for the football. Recovered by Bangor. So I don't think it just gets to midfield. Recovered by Bangor. And the Rams will likely just run this clock out. And they will advance to the postseason. A minute 32 left. Just a couple plays. We'll right end to this regular season finale, trying to make sure all the seniors get in here for Bangor. And they'll set up in the victory formation and kneel this one out. And he'll take the knee here, and a couple more of those will write an end to this game. Bangor gonna win this one 20-6 over Oxford Hills. And the Rams will advance to the postseason, while the Vikings, with a loss here tonight, will be eliminated from the playoffs. And final score coming in, Lewiston officially defeats Edward Little, 41-0. So the Blue Devils will be hosting a playoff game, either against Wyndham or the Bangor Rams, depending on the end of the Wyndham-Bonnie Eagle game. Well, one more knee down here, and that should do it. Bangor defeats Oxford Hills at home 20-6, and they will head to the postseason. Wyndham and Bonnie Eagles still in the third quarter. Wyndham leads that one by 3. As zeros officially hit the clock. Final of this game is official. Bangor wins 20-6. Stay tuned for our Cap Napa postgame show. We'll be giving away our Oxford County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Player of the Game, so stay tuned for our postgame coverage on BRG Sports.
Hey, wake up. This car's not going to fix itself.
Your car may not be a race car, but you can sure treat it like one. You can find Gear Wrench, the tools trusted by the Napa Racing Team at any of our 29 locations. And while you're here, sign up for the Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
If you're looking for a new home, Twin Town Homes in Oxford, Maine is your #1 custom home builder. Since 1955, Twin Town Homes has been making families' dreams a reality. They offer a variety of homes from various top manufacturers for every budget. Let Twin Town Homes wow you with the perfect balance of quality and affordability you should expect from a builder in business for 67 years. Visit them online at twintownhomes.com or stop by their showroom at 804 Main Street in Oxford, Maine. Twin Town Homes is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Hi there, Monica here from Barefoot Realty on Main Street, Oxford. For nearly 15 years, we've been here to help you through the process of buying or selling your home, whether you're a first-time buyer or seasoned seller looking for a change. Barefoot Realty knows the market and, most importantly, the area. We love supporting the community through sports, nonprofits, and everything in between. Barefoot Realty has your best interests in mind, so reach out to us online at barefootrealty.com. That's barefootrealty.com. Go Vikings!
I'm with John Emerson Jr., owner of Oxford County CDJR, now known as the OC. What's new at the OC right now?
Well, Stan, we've been really focusing on, how can we take care of the people of Oxford County? So by way of that, we've made changes across the board at the dealership.
Tell me a little bit about the changes.
Well, one of the things we've done is we've installed new management across the board. All of our managers are now 100% local. One of those managers, Scott Whitman, Scott is the fixed ops manager, and he's in charge of service parts in the body shop.
I live in the community, and I have 31 years in the industry. I'm committed to taking care of Oxford County. If you guys or anybody out there needs anything, come see me, and we'll take care of that.
John, anything else you'd like to add?
One of the things we're really excited about is the lifetime powertrain warranty we're offering on all of our new and pre-owned vehicles we sell. You can go on our website and check it out for details. My name is John Emerson Jr. Come see me at the OC.
And welcome in to our Coastal Auto Parts Napa post-game show. Bangor defeats Oxford Hills 20-6. Bangor will advance and play either Lewiston or Portland in the playoffs, depending on the results of the Wyndham-Bonnie Eagle game that's still underway. At the end of the third quarter, the last update, Wyndham leading 21-18. And as for Oxford Hills, a loss here tonight will eliminate them from postseason contention, held out of the playoffs in their first year under Coach Nate Danforth since taking over for Mark Soren. First, I want to touch on our game a little bit. Bangor, their run game, near unstoppable today, just shy of 300 yards on the ground. And their quarterback led their way. Kyle Johnson, 19 carries, 130 yards, including a rushing touchdown in this one. Had plenty of other contributors as well. Ian Blackwell had 62 yards on the ground. Eli Marsh, 56 yards and a touchdown. Zach Coda, 9 carries, 48 yards and a touchdown. Bangor run game, near unstoppable today. And that's why Bangor won, including at one point in the game, 9 of 11 on third down conversions. Finished the game 9 of 14. And Bangor will advance to the postseason. I do want to touch on Oxford Hills and what is their final game of the season. The start of the year, 0-3. At the bottom of Class A for the first time in a long time, battled back all the way to 4-3. At one point held the third seed in Class A North, but back-to-back losses eliminates them for the playoffs. Looking at these season stats, though, Carter Wyman in his senior season played really, really well at quarterback for the Vikings. 138 for 226 passing, just shy of 1,500 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions. Did a really good job taking care of the football. Had quite a few touchdowns on the ground. He scored 3 in their homecoming game against Scarborough. He played extremely well this season. Shane Farrar, who was thrown in every now and again, got a few catches tonight in the absence of Braden Murch. When he played, he was really incredible. I remember his first game he was in, the first game he even registered a catch, getting that one on the sideline, dragging the toes, looked sweet while doing it. Eli Laverdier, animal on the defensive end, tight end, was one reliable over the middle, catching those little ones over the middle. And defensively, just the pressure he made off the edge, incredible. Brady Delamater had a fantastic season as well, tallying 29 catches for 220 yards. Logan Bottomley, who didn't really have any catches until midway through the season in that game against Portsmouth, finished with 152 receiving yards this year. He had a great end to the year. Had a lot of these seniors playing their final game of high school football today. Congratulate them on a well-earned career, like a well-done career. Regardless of the ending of the season, ending of today, had a phenomenal year. But we do still have to give away our Oxford County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram player of the game. We already discussed him earlier. Going to be Kyle Johnson of Bangor. 19 carries, 130 yards on the ground, plus the touchdown. Felt like he was unstoppable offensively for Bangor. He's going to be your Oxford County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram player of the game. So for all of us up here in the Barefoot Realty broadcast booth, our camera operator Caitlin Michaelis, producer John Chassie, I'm Ryan Coolidge. Have a safe night. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.